White House post after U.S. hockey win over Canada stirs controversy. Trump hails the U.S.'s Olympic gold win, as some Canadians reject the White House's illustration of an eagle dominating a goose. The White House has celebrated the U.S.'s victory over Canada in the men's hockey final at the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics 2026 with a politically charged message, sharing a social media post showing a bald eagle appearing to assault a goose, two animals that symbolize each country respectively. The image on Sunday was in response to a 2025 post by then Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau that said, "You can't take our country and you can't take our game." Trudeau's statement had come after Canada beat the United States at the Four Nations Face-Off hockey tournament, when U.S. President Donald Trump was regularly making the case that Canada should become the 51st state of the U.S. While Canadian politicians did not comment directly on the White House post, which came after the U.S. claimed the Olympic gold medal following a 21 sudden-death overtime win in Italy, journalists and other observers criticized the Trump administration for its tone. "Stay classy, America," Stuart Prest, a political science professor at the University of British Columbia, wrote in response to the post. Journalist David Ryder responded to the White House post by highlighting the dwindling number of Canadian visitors to the U.S. "There should be scoreboard tallying the billions of Canadian tourism dollars lost to the U.S. that accelerates as Trump and his White House gloat, faster than border states, Florida and Vegas can roll out their comeback, we love you campaigns," Ryder wrote on X. After the U.S. win on Sunday, Trump wrote on his Truth Social platform, "Congratulations to our great USA ice hockey team. They won the gold. Wow. Lots of winning. President Donald J. Trump," he added. While Canada-US hockey games always ignite good-natured banter between fans, Sunday's contest comes amid months of political tensions between the neighboring countries. Shortly after his election in 2024, Trump began floating the idea of annexing Canada to be the 51st state, sparking condemnation from Canadian politicians. Once he took office early last year, the U.S. president quickly made it clear that he views Ottawa, one of Washington's closest allies, historically as a rival. Throughout the past year, Trump has imposed or threatened to impose additional tariffs on Canada, often pointing to the U.S. trade deficit with its northern neighbor. Most recently, the U.S. president threatened to impose 100% tariffs on Canadian imports to punish Ottawa for reaching a trade deal with Beijing. At the World Economic Forum in Davos last month, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney articulated a scathing critique of Trump, without naming the U.S. president. He argued that the global order of accepting U.S. hegemony in exchange for the public good Washington produces, which he described as a bargain, was no longer working. "Let me be direct. We are in the midst of a rupture, not a transition," Carney said. Over the past 2 decades, a series of crises in finance, health, energy and geopolitics have laid bare the risks of extreme global integration. But more recently, great powers have begun using economic integration as weapons, tariffs as leverage, financial infrastructure as coercion, and supply chains as vulnerabilities to be exploited. During his election campaign last year, Carney filmed "And you have reached the end of our in-depth report." For more deep dives into global affairs and breaking news updates, please subscribe to Neuron News Global and enable all notifications. Stay informed, stay ahead. See you in the next broadcast.